Hi there, this is Faye from Feisworld Media. If we haven't met, I am a content creator, a podcaster, and a YouTuber, and my favorite thing to do as part of my business is to help entrepreneurs and small business owners thrive on YouTube to build better awareness for their products and services, better acquisition and retention for their customers. In this video, I'm going to show you the 12 tips related to YouTube Shorts. Let's get started. Tip number 1 is for consideration. Are YouTube Shorts really worth your time? I know you're a busy content creator. I am a content creator and I run my business, and I too think about how to avoid burnout. Are shorts really for me? So along with this tip, the short answer is yes, absolutely. If you haven't seen my previous video on shorts monetization for your channel, definitely go check it out. Even if you don't currently have a monetized channel, I think that will give you a good idea of why you should consider this, why this is a worthwhile milestone to pursue. Now that you've made up your mind, you already create videos on YouTube. Tip number 2 is what types of shorts content can you create? Now, you don't have to start with a blank page because you already have content. In fact, you can create shorts right from your existing videos. I'm like the content repurposing queen. It's something I talk about with all my clients. Think about your longer form videos, whether it's 7, 12 minutes, or maybe you're like me doing podcasts and live stream content. Those could be 30, 45 minutes, even an hour long. You can create shorts right from there. But you may be wondering, Faye, like how can I create 60-second content from an hour-long content? What types of content should I extract from there? You want to focus on things where you are clearly expressing a point of view. It could be provocative, it should be somewhat thought-provoking, it should be engaging, it should make people think or think differently. There shouldn't be a segment where there's a lot of ums and ahs, even though you can cut them out for sure. So you will see, and this is a progressive learning how to edit shorts, which we're going to be talking about in a second, is quite different than long form content. So be patient with yourself, experiment. Think of shorts as a great way for you to create shorter pieces of your long form content. And then you can lead people into your channel, into your long form content before they were willing to commit. In other words, if you're a business owner, you can begin to convert people from very cold leads into warmer leads who will be interested in your content. With that said, tip number 3, shorts are also great ways to experiment with new content, not just repurposing the old ones. You know, as YouTubers, remember, if you have been on this channel for a little while, you know what I mean. People talk about niching and niching down even more. You can only talk about one thing, you won't be the expert in it. To be honest, now I've been on the platform for a little over 3 years, there is just no way for me to kind of drill in on one thing and one thing only. I constantly want to evolve myself, my brand, so I find that shorts is a great way for me to experiment with new content without committing a whole lot of time and my staff to, pivot completely to 10, 15 pieces of long form content. I feel like I have the flexibility to do what I want and actually see the results. So for example, in the past few months, I made a decision for my business to focus on helping small businesses establish their YouTube channels, provide strategies, tools, and also playbooks for them to thrive. Now, I created about 10 pieces of content, only 10, around that, each less than 60 seconds, some even 30 seconds. I start publishing them out on social media, and now it's been less than a month. And I couldn't believe this. By the end of January 2023, of testing shorts for just a little while, less than 4 weeks, I'm already getting new leads from customers and referrals. Tip number 4, like anything else that you're starting, shorts do not have to be perfect. I don't even know what the word perfect means in this sense, but what I mean as a message to you is that you might not be able to create shorts that you feel are groundbreaking or so profound, but the truth is you don't have to do that. For under 60 seconds, and sometimes could be, again, 30, 45 seconds, we can't really make a point super duper clear or so in depth. I mean, we're not exactly Seth Godin or Dory Clark. Most of us are not trained speakers to do it super well. You also don't have to go crazy with editing, whether making productions super expensive, throwing a bunch of emojis or transcriptions or sound effects. You don't need to be that. You can just be you and create styles that suits you and your brand. Tip number 5, can shorts be repurposed onto other platforms other than YouTube? Of course, to name a few, TikTok, Instagram or Facebook Reels, even LinkedIn posts. Those are getting really popular and those are doing wonders for my business. Tip number 6, Number 6, how to edit shorts. I've been using Final Cut Pro forever, so that's definitely still my go-to tool. I just like it with all the shortcuts, with all my assets, libraries right there. All I have to do is to create a new event, new project of the orientation 9x16, which is vertical. That's all I need to do. Now, I know CapCut is also getting very popular. What I like about their platform is that they have a browser version and they have a desktop, or they have a computer version or desktop or laptop version for both Mac and Windows, and it's completely free. Somebody please tell me how they're making money. I have no idea. Creators really like them, and it comes packed with emojis and transitions and music and all that stuff that you need. Number 7, here's a $1 million question. How do you create compelling shorts? So, against my own advice of not over scripting for your long form videos, because I'm just against like reading from a teleprompter if you don't have to. I love making eye contact and engaging with the camera this way and really trying to be spontaneous. Now, it is harder to be spontaneous and repeat yourself as much for your shorts. If you have a killer editor, that person will help you take it out. But in general, I recommend as a beginner shorts maker, under 60 seconds, it's better that you script out what you need to say. You can still go off the script a little bit, but at least it's just better for you to be prepared if you know the content's gonna be short. Otherwise, it's very likely that you'll go over and your key points will not be able to fit within 60 seconds. Speaking of the timeline, here's a trick. Don't try to aim for exactly 60 seconds. I recommend to aim for about 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. You know there's always gonna be a space where you'll not go over. It also will teach you to be more concise as a shorts creator. Tip number 8, can you create YouTube shorts using Instagram Reels or TikTok or other apps of the alike? Well, you know, the funny thing is I remember about a year ago, there were creators on YouTube talking about the fact that if you upload YouTube shorts with that little TikTok or Instagram logo, well, YouTube will not like that. You'll be punished for it. Your content will not see the light of day. That has actually changed, and I don't know why exactly. We're all trying to work with, instead of predicting the YouTube algorithm. And what I have seen lately is that there are a lot TikTokers and Instagram Reels makers sharing their content exactly as it was originally produced on YouTube. Here's the truth, guys. I don't think we need to punish ourselves so much by trying to create, different content for different platforms all the time. And I'm so glad that these bigger brands are realizing that as well, because creators are not lazy. It takes so much time and energy creating, these videos. So it's absolutely okay to reshare and repurpose. Give it a shot. Don't give up so quickly. Plus, as you know, Instagram and also TikTok, they have some built-in features that are simply not available yet for YouTube Shorts or within the YouTube Shorts Creator Studio. So give it a shot and see what happens. I would say test out at least 10 pieces of content from Instagram or TikTok before you make the decision to say, oh, it doesn't work, whenever it will work on YouTube. Tip number 9, we're moving along. So, Faye, how would you re-script this video that is running into 12-15 minute mark to be a shorts content? Great question, smart question. Now I have 2 options, maybe more. The first option, I think, as I'm sitting here right now, is to quickly run through what the 12 tips are. You can go through those really quickly without elaborating too much. Every tip is just one sentence without diving in deep or breaking it down for the viewers. Now there's a second option here, which is to use 1 shorts per tip. So in this video, I could literally break down the 12 tips into 12 different shorts. How cool is that? I can upload 1 or 2 shorts a day, and then I can really ride the algorithm and test out what are some of the tips that are most relevant and most helpful to you guys. Well, I guess there's a third option, which instead of mentioning all 12 tips in a quick and punchy shorts, I would probably focus on 3 to 5 tips that I think are most important. Number 10, is it possible to outsource, shorts production to an editor? Good news, absolutely. For the past year or 2, there are a lot of video editors out there on Upwork, on Fiverr. They started to not only pick up the skills and even specializing in shorts production. What you want to do, as I can talk about and go on about this forever, is to find maybe 2 to 3 editors you find interesting by looking at their profiles, their work samples. Then what you want to do is send maybe 3 different shorts to each of those editors. And then once you receive the shorts back, you can almost immediately tell who you want to work with in the long run. By the way, I know shorts are only under 60 seconds, but it takes a lot of time and effort to really do it right. So if you're able to outsource that to someone who do a good enough job, I highly recommend it. Alternatively, if you want to check out and really be able to find clips and keywords from your long form content, I will list podintelligence.com, which is a software driven by AI that's developed by my partner, Adam Leffert, and myself. So here comes tip 11. Who are some of the outstanding shorts creators on YouTube that you can learn from? First of all, you can actually just go through your own YouTube feeds. Based on your personal experience, your browser history, YouTube tends to recommend a lot of interesting shorts to you. Pay attention to not only if somebody is famous, got a lot of views and all that jazz, think about what makes their content compelling and why are you in particular drawn to that. I want to emphasize this not just about what I like or someone else likes or recommends, it's about you. Turns out you are the product. That's another hint I should create a video for, let me know if you're interested, is that we tend to attract and target people who are more like us. With that said, Alex Hormozi, a very popular YouTuber who is thriving in the shorts content. He has a style that everybody's copying, mimicking. So go check it out. But also there's Ali Abdaal. And Ali has been growing tremendously on YouTube. His content is just incredible. He's very different than Alex Hormozi. And I will make sure to link some of these resources also in the description below. And the third example I can think of is Doobie Da Bab. Doobie Da Bab. Yeah, so she's a young food influencer. She creates both long and short form content focused on her cooking, how she makes meals, and also her life as a blogger. She creates these really smart, crazy infinite loop videos that sometimes you don't even realize you're watching the beginning, middle, or the end. You just keep watching. Another creator I discovered recently is called JT Barnett. It's interesting that he came from not a similar background. We're all both, I guess, hockey players, but he did play professional. And right now his focus is to teach entrepreneurs and businesses how to create and run really successful TikTok channels for their businesses. And he has since then moved over to YouTube. I'm excited to see his both long form and short form content. Now, check it out. I really these days like a lot of these B-roll videos, which means it's not like a talking head like this one right now, but based on people's live vlog journey and B-roll, and it's just a voiceover over those segments and assets, and I find it really compelling. In some ways, I think those are almost easier to create because you don't have to edit out the way that you're speaking and all that jazz. Keep on exploring. That leads to tip number 12. Tip number 12 is about learning from other platforms outside of YouTube. For example, TikTok has been around for a long time, originally from mainland China, and that's called Douyin, and now it's called TikTok in the Western world. TikTok has been really creative in terms of its features and filters and remix and all that jazz, and I think it's absolutely worthy for us to learn from. I'm not just talking about any content, figure you're talking about just dance videos or whatever. No, like in general, watch for other competitors potentially in your category. Like look at what they're doing on TikTok. You can learn different techniques through different platforms. So definitely don't neglect that. Same thing for IG, for Instagram Reels. Pay attention to some of the trends, what people are doing the same or differently. Question everything, learn from everyone, but follow no one. With that said, this video is definitely becoming longer than originally expected. I hope you'll find some tips helpful. Please let me know in the comments below what you'd like me to talk about next. Which tip do you find particularly helpful or not? I really want to develop my 1,000 true fans. People follow me and like the content I'm creating. I know I'm a different type of YouTuber with a focus on business. So for that reason, I'm gonna list my newsletter in the link below. Please do subscribe. That removes the friction between me and you. That means I can reach you when I need to, and being able to send my more exclusive content to you and connect with you one-on-one. So if you are interested in an opportunity, please consider signing up for our newsletter. We're very respectful of everybody who subscribes, and we have a stellar 45% open rate or more. And I don't send emails all that often. I'm not gonna bombard you with information that are just mediocre. I'm gonna try to send you the best content I have out there. Thank you so much. Love for the community. See you next time. Bye.